The universe bends rules. Forget about the how. You've got to drop the how when it comes to manifesting your desires, because as soon as you try to figure out the how, your ego will go into your memory bank and go into your beliefs and find evidence of why it won't work and try to figure it out for you, and you create unnecessary resistance. And here is the catch. If you really get this, you can manifest anything in your life. If you assume, working with the law of assumption, if you assume that it is going to happen, then you let go of the how. You don't need to go figure it out. You don't need to find out how it's going to happen. You just know it's going to happen. It's as simple as this. I'm going to share the story with you because if you really pay attention, this is how all manifestations, all of your desires come to pass into your reality as tangible things. I had an inner calling. I wanted to soak in the sun, and I live in a place where there isn't a lot of warm sun right now outside. So I decided to go to the Floral Conservatory. I walked in. I saw somebody I know leaving with kids. They had just finished planting plants. They were leaving. I walked in, I walked to the back, I sat in the table right in the sun. I had my journal, I meditated. I spent about half an hour there. And then a lady came to the back and said, "How did you get in here?" And I chuckled and I said, "I walked in." And the people at the front desk even saw me walk in. And she said, "That is so weird because we're not even open to the public until this afternoon," which was like 2.5 hours away. And I said, "Perfect. I got to sit here and meditate and journal and soak in the sun. It was absolutely perfect. Thank you. I have to leave anyway." I assumed that they were open. So I acted like they were open. I walked in expecting them to be open. I had my journal. There was no resistance, you guys. There was no doubt if they were open. I assumed they were open. I walked in as if they were open. I went to the back as if they were open. I sat at the table as if it was open. And I wasn't thinking about what if they're not open. That is how the law of assumption works. That is how you manifest your desires. When you assume and occupy the space of your wish fulfilled and your desired state. Now, if I had walked in there going, "Oh, I wonder if they're open," they would have felt that energy off of me. And I might have even said, "Are you guys open?" And then they would have said no. And I would have turned around and walked right out. Your higher self's job is to live in the wish fulfilled. Your ego's job is to create resistance, to distract you from that desire. If your ego finds evidence of resistance, that moves you away from your desire. If there is no resistance, boom, your desire can show up like that, because everything is here for you. Had I known the Floral Conservatory wasn't open, I wouldn't have gone, but I didn't know, so I went and boom, my desire was fulfilled. No resistance. I assumed it, it happened. I assumed it, it happened. Get this. Really get this. I didn't know they were closed. The unknown is the energy that the universe and your higher self works with. The ego works from the known, which is limited. Do you see the difference? Do you really get this? Let this sink in, because all manifesting of your desires happens in this way. Well, how do I just do that, Amy? How do I assume if my desire is so big? Well, here's the key thing. If you think your desire is big, there is going to be more resistance. So it is going to be more of a process, more momentum building, more dropping resistance and dropping the how to manifest that desire. So the best thing that you can do for you is let go of the how and align yourself with the unknown, the higher self who's already living in this, in the assumption, in your fulfilled desire. Align with it, act like it, feel it, imagine it. So go back to the story again that I just shared with you. I walked in as if they were open and the door was open. I looked at the people as if I was allowed to be in there, and I walked in and to the back like it was open. I aligned with it being open, even though it was closed. Align with your desire being done, even if you can't see it yet, and let go of how it's going to happen. The minute you hang on to how, you pick back up the how, you try to control every single step on how to get there. That's not your job. Your only job is to align with the assumption, the assumed desire. It's already been there. If you can imagine it and you can feel it and you can act like that, it will happen. It will come to pass, no matter what it is. Don't forget to give me a like and a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you never miss a video. And don't forget to enjoy the unfoldment and the process of this beautiful thing that we call life, which is all about manifesting.